Hey, what's going on, guys? Back for another one. It's your host, Lifestyle Amazing, also known as Richie Skills. We're going into week 7. Hopefully, everybody has had a successful season so far. If not, there's still a lot of time that you guys can step it up. Today, I'm going to be talking about some waiver wire pickups that you can pick up. We got an interesting one this week, so let's get started. I'm going to start with my quarterbacks. And my first quarterback here, it's his first start as a rookie, and that is Drake May of the New England Patriots going up against the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars are not good this year, and May looks like he is going to be able to run on this team, as well as he wasn't that consistent last week, but he will be able to get Douglas and maybe even Polk involved this game. So he's a guy I definitely like as a scrambling quarterback, and that's what the fantasy points are. It's a guy you can pick up and maybe put in as a spot start. Then we got a guy that's on a bye week here. If someone did drop him in your league, you can pick him up, and that is Caleb Williams of the Chicago Bears, going up against nobody this week, but their defense is able to stop everybody, so pretty sure they're still doing it this week. But yeah, he's a guy you can definitely stash for the future weeks. Consistency, but he was the #1 overall pick, just like Caleb Williams, and that is Trevor Lawrence of the Jacksonville Jaguars going up against the New England Patriots. Lawrence does have some good receivers this year. He does have Brian Thomas Jr., who is looking like a steal in the draft, a superstar in the making. He hit off Evan Ingram for 10 catches last game, so he's got some weapons for him. He's a guy you can fire up this week. And then we got a rookie right here that Sean Payton likes. I'm not too sure how consistent he will be, and that is, but he's been playing pretty well, and that is Bo Nix of the Denver Broncos going up against the New Orleans Saints. We know the Saints just lost Derek Carr, so Rattler will probably be playing, which is the next guy we'll be talking about. But Nix has been performing pretty well. It's a guy you can possibly stream if you need him. And then we got, on the other side of that, is Spencer Rattler of the New Orleans Saints going up against the Denver Broncos. Patrick Surtain did get hurt, and he's going to probably be out for a while. Rattler does look like he could be a okay quarterback too. Maybe he looks like he'll be pro ready. You can definitely put into your lineup if you need him this week. Running backs here, and these guys are kind of like handcuffs, guys that you can put in if the starter does go down. But it's always good to stash players, especially halfway during the season. We're almost to that point, and that is Blake Corum of the Los Angeles Rams going up against the Las Vegas Raiders. Corum did have 5 carries for 25 yards last week. If he sees the field more, there's a possibility if he gets 10 carries, he can go for 80 yards. He's just that talented. He's a guy I definitely would be looking to stash. Another guy here who went off on Monday night, and I did pick him up because I thought he was going to have a good game, but due to the injury of James Cook, and that is Ray Davis of the Buffalo Bills going up against the Tennessee Titans. Davis does have power, and he does have some speed behind him. He also can catch the ball. If Cook is out, he is a must start for me, but if not, he's definitely a good hold for later down the line in the season. Then we got Trey Benson of the Arizona Cardinals going up against the Los Angeles Chargers. If something was to happen to Connor, Benson is a good guy that will be able to get the job done. It's just a guy that we got to wait and see, but we hope nothing happens to Connor, but we do know he has an injury history, so Benson is a good stash if you have the room. Then we have another guy here, and that is Emmanuel Wilson of the Green Bay Packers going up against the Houston Texans. Wilson did run 7 times for 54 yards last game, so he is a good handcuff RB2. They will give him some run, so he's a guy for a desperate flex play if you need him. He's going up against the Houston Texans, which I don't like. He can still do good. If Davis can run on the Jets, he can run on the Texans. Isaac Guerrero, the San Francisco 49ers going up against the Kansas City Chiefs. It was a small sample size. Isaac, if he ever was to get put into that starting role, was pretty good for you fantasy owners. A guy that maybe I'll look to stash if I have an extra bench spot. Go to the wide receivers, and if Marvin Harrison is dealing with an injury, then Michael Wilson of the Arizona Cardinals going up against the Los Angeles Chargers. Wilson will have a good game. He never really has the chance to really break out, but I think that he has the talent to give you 10 to 12 points, maybe a couple couple of catches. So he's a guy you can definitely put in your flex play. Then we got Devon Vele of the Denver Broncos going up against the New Orleans Saints. Since he's been playing 8 targets before he got injured, and then he got another 8 targets in this game. So he is a guy that they're looking to get involved and get the ball to. He's a guy you can pick up and play as a flex play. And then we got another guy here. It all depends on the health of Cooper Kupp, and that is Jordan Whittington of the Los Angeles Rams going up against the Las Vegas Raiders. This is a team that is not going to be able to stop him. If they do use him in a PPR role like slot guy, he is a guy that will produce for you guys. And then we got Pop Demario Douglas of the New England Patriots with his new quarterback Drake May going up against the Jacksonville Jaguars, who have a bad record and a bad defense. They will not be able to stop Douglas. I think he will be the favorite target of May. Definitely is going to be producing in October. This guy should not be under free agency, and that is Joshua Downs of the Indianapolis Colts going up against the Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins will not be able to stop him. Downs is a talented player. He looks like the #1 wide receiver on his team that I'm definitely picking up and playing him if he is available. With the tight ends, it is Cade Otton of the Tampa Bay Bucks going up against the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens do have a good defense, but Otton will get a few catches in this game. And then we have Hunter Henry of the New England Patriots going up against the Jacksonville Jaguars. I don't have to say much about that. Henry will have catches in this game too. Maybe 3, maybe 5, but he's a desperate play if you need him. And then we're going to have one defense you want to probably stream this week, and that is the Cincinnati Bengals going up against the Cleveland Browns. The Browns just traded away Amari Cooper, so I don't know who they're going to be throwing the ball to, and the Browns defense has been pretty bad this year. Burrow, Chase, Higgins will have good games with Chase Brown. Definitely Bengals defense. And this will drop this kicker, Harrison Buckner of the Kansas City Chiefs, going up against the San Francisco 49ers. It is a tough matchup, but the 49ers do have a beatable defense. And if somebody dropped him, you pick him up, you play him the rest of the season. Well, that's it for me, guys. Just going over some of the waiver wire pickups for week 7 with some guys that you should start, sit, so maybe some breakouts, some guys you can trade for. So see you on the next episode. Peace.